Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Wednesday, the 24th of November, 2021. Hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube called Psychic Cafe. I do general channeling for the collective in there, but I also give mini reads as well. So if you've got a question for your higher self, if you want guidance for a particular area in your life, want some answers, come along in there. It's by donation for those. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, they're available from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box for this video below, and also one up there as well. So let's get some cards out. What have we all got going on in the energies today? Let's see. We have the golden moment, perfect moment for something. Something's about to happen. Don't shy away from it. It's the golden moment for something. Perfect timing. I'm not getting anything else from that. What else? What else is going on here today? Adventure. Oh, the adventure. I was talking about it yesterday. The next phase. You could be moving into it. Next adventure of your life. That could be a new job, new location. Could be going traveling. Could be a new relationship, new lifestyle. Something new starting. Let's get some tarot out. Tell us more about the energies today. Tell us more. Okay. Got the Empress. Wow, I love Empress energy. So this is a woman in her power, and she's got a lot of self-respect and self-esteem, and she garners that from others. That garners isn't a word that I use. Why are the guides giving me that? She attracts that same level of respect and value. People value her. The Empress. She's also the mother too, that mother kind of an energy. And the manifestational energy as well. Which ones? The 9 of Swords. There's anxiety today. Maybe every day for some of you, but we'll find out what that's about. 5 of Swords. Is that the same? Hang on, let me have a look at these. No, it's not the same. Chaos and conflict. They might be connected there. And Page of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles coming out together there. So there is some kind of a love offer that takes you away from being single and independent. That seems kind of cut and dry kind of thing. Either you're getting asked out, someone's, wanting to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, or someone's wanting to get engaged with you or get married to you. It's that. But I'm not getting that cut and dry thing from the energy. This is more a, do you want to head in this direction of this love offer, of what's on the table, the offer that's on the table, or do you want to keep some of the single independent? It's like a balance kind of an energy is what I'm getting from this. Like it's not one or the other. You don't like give up this, yeah, okay, I'll do that, or say no to this, and yeah, I'm just going to be independent. It's more like, I'll be independent in these certain areas of my life. I'm keeping my bank account, but we'll live together and have a joint bank account for just the bills and stuff like that. It's the balance. It's the balance of what you want to keep for yourself. Now, it's interesting because the Empress energy came out, and so it might be that your self-esteem and self-respect allows you to get into a long-term relationship now, because you can be trusted not to lose that balance, not to lose the balance of self-love, not to lose the balance of independence, not to do those things that end up causing us to give our power away to someone else, which messes up the relationship. And I know when we've been in relationships like that, we think, oh no, the other person took control, it wasn't me. But it is us. We give our power away, and we've not got to do that. That's a toxic trait in us when we do that, right? There's toxic traits on both sides when those dynamics happen. It's not just the other one that's the perpetrator in that. And so I feel like you could have been getting over that, so that you now got the self-esteem and self-value, so that when you get a love offer in, you're like, yes, but this and this and this. But I still need to do this for myself. I still need to have time for myself. I still need to see my friends. I'm going to have my own money in my bank account. I'm going to keep my business going, and and have my own space. Whatever it is for you, there's a balance here. Empress. So some people could be getting a love offer in today. It's significant as well, and it's worthy of consideration. And I feel like you'll be considering it seriously. But perfectly considering yourself too and what you've learned from your past endeavors. The Empress and the Eight of Materials. See, it's manifesting now. So you're reaping the rewards of your efforts is the Eight of Materials. You put the hard work in, and it's the inner work. It's the self-love stuff. It's the independent stuff, the single independent stuff. You put that hard work in. Now you're the Empress. Now a relationship can come in. This is why everyone says you've got to love yourself first. It's not just because it's some stupid rule that the universe has got. It's because when you've got that energy, then you can have a healthy relationship because then you're healthy in relationships. It's not just about attracting a healthy person in and you've been healthy all along and they haven't. It's never true that. Sometimes we can be so blind to how we're toxic, but we've not got to be. Otherwise, we never get there, right? We've got to own up to this stuff. No bypassing here. Not on this channel. What's behind this? Divine timing. I feel like another card flipped. No. It's divine timing for that. So I feel like a lot of you could have been waiting for a relationship, getting into relationships, then being toxic again, or not working out, and you're like, how come this is not happening? Meanwhile, especially if you've been watching me, you've been doing the inner work and you've been doing that shadow work, you've been healing yourself and raising your self-esteem and empowering yourself and all that good stuff. And only now are some of you ready for that relationship. That's why it's divine timing. It's not because there's some arbitrary date coming about that's got special power numbers in it, or Mercury's come out of retrograde or whatever. It's not about that. It's about you and the work that you've put in. It's the hard work that you've put in that makes you ready, that makes it divine timing. So what is this Nine of Swords about then? This is anxiety. What are you anxious about, dear? What are you anxious about, dear? I'm anxious about getting out of the house. I've been housebound because of the rains for 2 days. But it's just only raining lightly today, so I'm going to get out of the house. I need to get some more shopping anyway. I've run out of vegetables. Nine of Swords. I film these well in advance, by the way. So if you're watching Psychic Cafe, you'll know that this was ages ago that I recorded this. So Nine of Swords, what is that about? Three of Materials is about other people, plans with other people. It could stress you out. Yeah, it could just stress you out. And it might trigger you too, because in the past, if you're somebody standing up for yourself now and not battling with them, but just even speaking out, saying, but I want my own bank account and I want the time to myself, that might be frightening. That might cause you anxiety, because in the past, when you've spoken up for yourself like that, it could have been in a battle. If you've had relationships with controlling people, or with a narcissist, even worse, oh my God, you stand up for yourself or you say something to them and they explode. They go bright red and then they explode. And it's a mess. And so it doesn't surprise me that actually speaking out these things that you want is causing anxiety. I don't feel like it's going to. Well, for some of you it might. You might still be with people like that, but there's the anxiety because that's what's happened before. You get your head bitten off when you ask for what it is that you want. Yeah, I mean, I could say, I know that's not going to happen for me again because of where I'm at now, and it doesn't, because I'd never let someone in like that to my life anymore. But it just depends on where you are in that journey, whether that is going to happen to you again or not. If it's going to happen to you again, it's because you need practice in saying no to all of that. So what, this anxiety, Three of Materials, home. For some of you, this started out in family. The getting scared of speaking up for yourself. The getting scared of people's reactions to that. For some of you, it's been in the home, so it's been a partner that you've had that caused that. So this is deeply entrenched. It's the nervous system reacting to it like this is a scary situation, speaking up for yourself. But the more you do it, especially if you're around good people now, the more you do it and it's fine, then the more you'll just get used to it and you'll trust that, right? And your nervous system won't be freaking out anymore. I just remembered something then. I was out the other night and I had, what was it? I probably said no about 4 times. I said yes to a couple of things as well, but I surprised myself because I said no. I was offered certain things, or not like offered food or whatever like that. It's like, Claire, do you want to do this thing with us? No. Do you want to do this thing with us? Yeah. But I said no as a complete answer a few times, 4 times. And it it was really significant to me because past me was scared of saying no, was scared of the repercussions of that. I would make excuses, I would want to explain myself and all of that, and I didn't. Or I'd just say yes even though I didn't want to. That that was me. A lot of the time I'd say yes. I'd do what other people wanted me to do to keep the peace because I was so afraid of the abuse that would come if I didn't. So yeah, that might be resonating with you somewhat. Some of you. Five of Swords, what's this? The Devil. Ah, yikes. So yeah, the chaos and conflict. Some of you could be in this. Like, really, if you do speak up for yourself, it's a shit show. Some of you are still around toxic people. People with toxic traits. Let's call them people with toxic traits. I want to say that now instead of toxic people, because we're all toxic. We've all got toxic traits, right? But some people have got a lot of them. And some people, even when they're made aware of them, even, will give you another form of toxicity. So, and I feel that's what you're dealing with here, is this devil character. It's not someone that's got self-awareness. This is someone that's like, yeah, you're trying to address something in a sensible way. And if you were a sensible person that had some kind of emotional intelligence, even if they weren't aware of whatever you're going to talk about, once you talk about it, they're going to be open to that, at least for discussion. But this is the energy of, nah, they'll just doll up a whole more load of abuse on you, chaos and conflict on you if you do that, to try and protect themselves from doing that, from you doing that again, from you challenging them again. Yikes. That's how you know to walk away from someone. Can't get anywhere with someone like that. You can get somewhere with people that are open to it, yeah? When you have a conversation with them. Healing energy is behind that. Something to be healed here. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm not talking about healing this situation. I'm not talking about healing this person. I'm talking about healing you so that you feel empowered enough to say no to someone and walk away. When you realize that's a huge red flag, you can't have a relationship with someone like that, not a healthy one anyway, is to walk away from that. It's to stop fearing standing up for yourself. And stand up for yourself, they show you that they're not even open to that. Walk away. It's a deal breaker. It should be a deal breaker for you. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups, but some are getting this love offer, and it's a yes, and it's a I need to integrate the Empress energy and keep my independence in certain ways. Empress energy, and make choices. So there's lots of options. There's a lot of ways to like move in with each other, right? We don't have to do it a certain way. You don't have to give everything up and give your power away. There's a certain level of independence that can be had here. So, yeah, stay in the Empress energy with this love offer and keep a level of independence in that. You make the choices, right? It's going to be a negotiation for sure, and you need to communicate it to them. But I've said it already. Talk about it and stand up for yourself. Not like an argument. If it turns into an argument, then something's gone wrong there. There's something that needs to be healed there. Either it's because you both got toxic traits, or they've got a toxic trait and you need to get away from them, or you just need to learn better communication skills about dealing with these things. Because if anyone comes at us, like if you're approaching this from you've just come out of a toxic relationship, you're expecting this one to be toxic, and you address this and you do it in a fighting kind of manner, as in a wounded kind of manner, like, let me do this, instead of just calmly talking to them about it. It'd be great if we had this, and if we did this, and if I need to keep this because of this, just straightforward, not an emotional reaction to it. When you come in to discussions with an emotional reaction to it, in defense mode, ready for a fight, it's not going to go well. Even if someone agrees with you, if someone's coming at you with a fight like that, I don't respond well to that energy. I close the door. So grounding and transformation, the way that you deal with this could be totally different than you've dealt with things in the past. If you can ground yourself in that Empress energy and remember what you've learned along the way of the self-love stuff, and the independence that you've had. What's going on in our love lives today? What's going on in our love lives today? If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. But the heart is the gateway to the soul. What do you want? What do you want in relationships? What do you want in your life? Is the person that's bringing this love offer in, or the person that you're attracted to or got your eye on or wishing for, are they a match to that? Sometimes we've got to be like real down to earth and ask ourselves, are they actually compatible, or am I just going off my feelings here? Do they actually fit in? Have they got the same, this mix of independence and stuff like that? Are they on the same page there? Do they want the same thing in that way? Or is it always going to be a battle? Because you don't want to lock that answer in and lock that person in to a long-term relationship. If it's always going to be battle, if you've got like fundamental differences, incompatible differences in the first place. And that doesn't make them wrong, and it doesn't make them toxic, and it doesn't make you wrong, and it doesn't make you toxic either. Just makes you both different, and it's okay to be different and for things not to work out in relationships, and to be upfront about that and say, I don't think this is going to work out. Hard to do, yeah, when you've got feelings, but sensible to do, because it's only going to hurt even more in the long term, because you're going to find out that it's incompatible in the long term. It's going to be worse if you don't address it up front. Getting so much relationships guidance through lately. I think it's because my guides are trying to give it to me, because I got something going on in my personal life. Too many. What else in our love lives? Oh, that one too. 3. The answers you need are coming. Bring love into the situation, and it's time to release negativity. So this anxiety, this chaos and conflict, all of this, it's time to release that negativity and just try again and see if it's different. And it's good if you do that, because if they show the toxic traits and the red flags and all of that, then you can walk away from it. It's better to instigate these triggers as early on as possible, to get that information, rather than walk on eggshells and about later. Commitment. Oh, it's commitment. For some of you, this is about moving in together or getting engaged. It's a big offer, and this is about negotiations, about that, the self-love negotiations. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, right? So the beliefs that are really important to you, commit to those. Don't back down on those ones. Knowing that love is the essence of your very being. There can be negotiations and you can be flexible and all of that, but when you're giving up something that is, when you're saying yes when you should be saying no. We know that. Don't settle. It's not worth it. Twin flames and the chaser. So, yes, they could be pursuing you. I think this is twin flame in hot pursuit for some. And the fears around twin flame relationships that come up, because it's such a strong one. Chaser in a codependent relationship. You could have had codependent relationships before. Fear of abandonment issues. Fear of relationship issues. I feel. A lot going on today in the energies. Let's find out more. What else is in the energies today? Let it go. Let it go. Stuff to let go from the past, for sure. Yes. And for some of you, there's things to stop. Or maybe for all of us, there's things to stop. There's patterns to stop. There's patterns that we've been in to stop and to do differently this time. This time around. We'll always get fresh chances like this. You got loneliness. So whatever you do, don't let loneliness be a reason that you settle or that you back down from your beliefs. Don't do that. I think we've all done that before, and it's not a good idea, hey? What else do we need to know about the energies today? Mountain Road. So this isn't something that's going to be fixed, sorted out, or agreed upon today. You're on the road to success though, but there's more to come. Like, this is an ongoing process. Cain, pay attention to your health. Pay attention to your health today. And wind chimes, peace and harmony. Sometimes we need to go through these discussions which might cause anxiety in order to get to that place of peace and harmony. And it, like I said, it could be triggering to you, so you might be worried about doing that, but do it anyway. Because even if they show a worrying thing, then that's important information, very important information. Arguably, our negative emotions, the negative experiences that we have, are the most important guidance that we get, because we need to act on that, right? So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got 2 crystals in this bag, a green one and a red one. I'm going to pull one of them out shortly for an answer there. It's just a bit of fun in these general readings. This isn't a private reading. So if you want me to use those crystals for you, for a particular question that you've got, come along to my live show, Psychic Cafe, sometime, and I'll do that in there, and I'll also pull some cards as well to get more information on that. Mini reads in there, and that's for donations. And I can also do it in private readings as well. So book yourself in for a private reading. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there. And after you've booked in, just click on the Contact Us page on the website, and you can put your questions in there. So, how best to deal with these energies today? Queen of Cups. Be open, but be queen. Be open, but don't be like a princess. Don't be like a page. Don't be like a knight. Be in that sovereignty kind of thing. Sovereign and open. In the Empress energy, but also open. How else best to deal with these energies today? These? Yeah. Okay. The 9 of Cups, contentment and satisfaction. So focus on that, contentment and satisfaction, what it is that you want, what will make you really happy. And the Dawn of Cups, be curious about it and discover whether this is the one or not. Don't be so scared of finding out that it's not the one or it's not right for you. Don't be so scared of that. When we fear that something not being, when we fear finding out that it isn't right for us, it really causes havoc in our lives. We end up not discussing the things we need to discuss. We end up not asking the questions that we need to ask. We end up not saying the things that we need to say. And we end up not confronting the things that we need to confront. We end up settling for what it is that we don't want. It's so much better to get the information, to know. And like I said, even if it's well, that's a deal breaker for me. It's hard because the feelings are there, but it's better in the long. It's better in the long term. It's harder in the long term if we don't do that. So think of a yes or no answer question. Now I'm about to get the crystal out. Your answer is, pause the video if you're not ready. Your answer is, ooh, I nearly dropped it. I nearly flung it across the room, in fact. No, it's a no. So there you go, now you know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment. Let me know what this is about for you. Love hearing from you guys and how this is resonating for you. And I get back to everyone as well at the moment in that. And thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. Very much appreciated. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button down there and the notification bell down there as well. I do a daily energy update like this. I do 3 pick a card reads a week and also go live 3 times a week in Psychic Cafe. I'd love to see you in there. So have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.